tomorrow to avoid what happened in the semi-finals, where Kenya defeated Tanzania on post-match penalties. 4-3 was the final score. And tomorrow, Kenya takes on Uganda. We'll be waiting to see how that pans out. Now, I want us to get into our conversation this afternoon, and it's all about the NCBA Invitational, which will be taking place from the 15th to the 17th of December at the Windsor Golf Club here in Nairobi. And with me in studio is Regina Gashora and Tim Hardy. We want to get into that conversation. Welcome, Regina and Tim.
Thank you.
Have you been, Tim?
I've been good.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes, so welcome to Inside Sports. Regina is normally our guest. She's always welcome here. Yes, Regina, let's get into this conversation. And what is the NCBA Invitational all about?
So the NCBA Invitational is a U.S. Kids Tournament, regional championship, where we invite players from around the world to come and play the international tournament in Kenya, which is a regional championship. It's much higher than what we've been doing, which is the local tour. And this tournament gives direct access to the World Championships, but is also for the best of the best players to compete and see how they match up with the rest of the world.
Jim, you are from the US Kids Golf. I mean, what is it all about? There's someone who's watching right now wondering, what's the US Kids Golf?
So our mission is to help kids have fun learning the lifelong game of golf and to encourage family interaction that builds lasting memories. So by helping kids have fun learning this game, which, you know, if you play golf, you understand it's sometimes not very fun. So it's up to us coaches to help try to make it fun so that they stay in the game long enough to get really good. The U.S. Kids Golf involvement here in Kenya has been nothing short of tremendous and a great honor to be here. We have had a blast coming here, and we have seen great change just in the 3 years that we've been involved here.
How different is it here in Kenya from other places across the world?
Well, on the golf course, there's no difference at all. It's kids, they're smiling, they're crying, they're trying their hardest, they're playing golf, they're making birdies. It's the same out on the golf course everywhere.
Yes, Regina, I know you've been involved with the US Kids Golf, and you know you run a Junior Golf Foundation in Kenya. I mean, how influential has US Kids Golf been to the Junior Golf Foundation of Kenya?
First of all, it's been transformational. Junior golf before US Kids, most of our juniors used to start playing at the age of 12, 13, 14. Now we have kids from the age of 4 years old who are playing and loving the game of golf. And then secondly, the level of golf has improved immensely. Because the juniors are playing from their tees, they are able to play pars and birdies, they're able to play better. These days, before US Kids came, having children playing under par was unheard of. Now in our competitions, we have about 5, 6, 7 children playing under par. And that's the level of golf that's in the US, and that's what we were planning to bring here in Kenya. So we can see ourselves being at the same level as the US very soon, because our juniors are growing at a very, very quick pace.
Yes, aside from the improvement, you know, in the players that we have, there's also been an increase in, you know, kids wanting to play golf in Kenya. You know, can you attribute that to the junior golf and US Kids Golf?
Yes, so the reason why juniors are now flocking to all the golf courses to play golf is because golf has become fun. As Jim has said, the philosophy of US Kids Golf is to make it a family sport that is fun for the juniors. For now, the kids are finding it to be fun. They have friends who are playing golf. All their people in the schools are beginning to come in and play golf. They're seeing it as a sport that they can play similar to football, similar to athletics. And the numbers are, you know, multiplying in the multipliers, not 20, 30%, but in 100, 200 percentile growth of golf, junior golf in the country.
Well, Jim, you've been here. This is the third time?
Third time, yes, sir.
Third time. Have you seen also improvement in coaching for the kids?
A vast improvement. I think a lot of the coaches were really trying to teach the kids just the same way that they teach adults. And so we've changed that around a little bit so that we use something that we call games-based learning.
Yes.
So we'll introduce a new skill, for example, and then we'll play a game that increases that skill that's fun for a kid to play, and they'll get better at the game of golf in the process. And so as a result, we've trained 60 coaches in Kenya. And as a result of that, we probably have over 1,000 kids that have been introduced to golf in the last 3 years, which is tremendous, and it's just going to continue to get better and better, and more kids will be involved. And I think the ultimate goal when we first came here 3 years ago was to try to get a Kenyan to win the Kenyan Open, and to get a couple of Kenyans in the Olympics to play for their country. And I think we're well on the way with that. We've got a lot of momentum going our way, and it's just getting better and better.
Regina, you have kids who play golf, and Jim has mentioned of coaching, trying to get more coaches and helping them. How do coaches help kids get more and more interested in the golf?
What happened is now, he had just mentioned that the coaches are now teaching children like children. Before they were trying to teach children like adults. And that's where the kids were getting bored. So now what's happening with my 3 kids is they're having fun because the coaches are teaching games-based learning. So whenever they play, they have an activity or a game where they win. It could even be something like candy. And they just want to beat the rest of their friends. And by doing so, they're improving their game of golf. So their level of golf has gone up. But the great thing about it is the level of competition has also gone up. Because before they didn't have much competition. Now, we don't know who's going to win because all the kids are just right behind each other trying to beat the other down. And with that, we're improving the game of golf, and it's becoming so competitive that we know that we are going to have a magical Kenya Open champion from Kenya. I think within 3-4 years, we're going to have 30 Kenyans who are going into the competition, and at least 20 making the cut. And now we won't be worried about, how will the one do? We'll be cheering on 20 of our Kenyans to see who will make it and win the Kenya Open.
Jim, I know in your coaching career you have seen some success stories around the world. I mean, if you can share some, and how does that go a long way in helping Kenya?
So, some of the success stories that I've had throughout my career, I've been teaching golf for 30 years. I've taught 2 players that have won the drive, chip, and putt championship, which they featured during the Masters week. I've had some players that have gone on to play tour. I've had some players that have gone on to become golf professionals and help teach other people. Here in Kenya, we have had as many as 15 players qualify to go to the World Championship just this past year, with nice high finishes. And I think that the success stories within the country of Kenya are just going to continue to get better and better because they're sharpening each other as they play against each other. And what's really interesting is that a kid can go from being okay to being really good really fast because they're going to get the club impacting the ball in the ground just right. And it happens, and all of a sudden their confidence grows and their scores drop by 10 strokes at a time sometimes. So there's a lot of really good success stories to come.
Yes, Regina, I know you work closely with the Kenya Golf Union. How does this come in the vision of probably seeing the union even better golf in the country?
So this is the pathway. So in anything that you do, there has to be a pathway to success. So the junior golf is the pathway towards the better amateur golfers that we're going to have and the pros that come out of it. So we are part of the pathway of success of golf in this country. And we're working very closely with Kenya Golf Union and Kenya Ladies Golf Union. Actually, Kenya Ladies Golf Union has come to a point where they've said, we see our future as in the girls, because the girls that are coming out of junior golf are at a much higher level than they have been before, and they can see the pathway of juniors coming into amateur and professional level from the pathway of junior golf.
Finally, Regina, what should we expect from the 15th to the 17th at Windsor?
You should expect high impact, high exhilarating golf, because the juniors who are playing here are the best of the best in Kenya, but they will also have international, about 12 countries are going to be represented. So you will have internationals playing, and most of these juniors will be fighting for a chance to play in the World Championships. So you will see the best level of junior golf that we have in the country.
And what do you enjoy most about being in Kenya when you normally visit?
The food is great.
Yes.
The people are even better. The spirit
Yes.
that I find in the people that I've become friends with here, all of the coaches and the folks with KGU and JGF have been just wonderful. I've made some lifelong friends. We joke around about me getting a second citizenship to Kenya because I've been here now 3 times and look forward to it every year.
Well, thanks a lot, Jim Hadi from the US Kids Golf and Regina Gashora from the Junior Golf Foundation in Kenya for coming to give us the insights on what to expect from the 15th through the 17th of December at the Winter Golf Club when we have the NCBA Kenya Invitational. We'll be looking forward to that. Remember, it's just 7 days